Your child forgets where they left their shoes. They struggle to remember what they learned yesterday. You repeat instructions 3 times, and still, it doesn't stick. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Memory is a skill, and just like muscles, it can be trained. In this episode of Play to Grow, we'll explore 5 playful, science-backed games that help boost your child's memory in everyday life. And if you stay with us until the end, I'll share one surprising technique that not only strengthens memory, it also helps develop your child's intelligence in ways most parents overlook. So grab a notebook, get comfy, and let's grow those little minds together. Welcome to Seeds of Tomorrow. If you're a parent who's ever wondered, why can't my child remember what I just told them? You're in the right place. Memory isn't just about storing facts. For children, it's about building connections, recognizing patterns, and learning how to retrieve information when they need it. And here's the key. Memory isn't fixed. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be strengthened through practice, play, and patience. Children's brains are still developing the systems that support memory, attention, visualization, sequencing, and emotional association. That's why playful, engaging activities are far more effective than repetition alone. In this episode, we'll explore 5 simple, science-backed games that help boost your child's memory. And at the end, we'll reveal one powerful technique that not only improves memory, but also enhances overall intelligence. Ready to dive in? Let's grow. 1. The Memory Map Game. This game helps children strengthen their spatial memory and recall by turning everyday environments into playful challenges. How to play. Choose a familiar room, like the living room or their bedroom. Ask your child to look around carefully for 30 seconds. Then, take them out of the room and ask them to draw or describe everything they remember. Where the lamp was, what color the blanket was, how many pillows were on the couch. You can also reverse the game. Hide 5 small objects in the room, like a spoon, a toy car, a sock, a pencil, and a sticker, and ask them to find and remember their locations. Later, quiz them. Where did you find the pencil? Why it works. This game activates visual and spatial memory, helping children learn to observe details and store them in their mind. It also builds attention and focus, key ingredients for memory. Example: you hide a red toy car under the couch, a sock behind the curtain, and a pencil on the bookshelf. After the child finds all 5 items, you ask, "Can you tell me which one was behind the curtain?" They smile and say, "The sock." And you know their memory just got stronger. 2. The Sound Chain Game. This game builds auditory memory and sequencing skills through rhythm and repetition. How to play. Start by clapping a short pattern. For example, clap, clap, pause, clap. Ask your child to repeat it. Then add one more beat to the pattern and repeat. Keep building the chain until they can't remember the full sequence. You can also use words or sounds. You say dog, bell, tree, and they repeat. Then you add moon, and they say dog, bell, tree, moon. Why it works. Auditory memory is essential for following instructions, learning languages, and processing classroom information. This game strengthens the brain's ability to hold and recall sequences. Example: you start with clap, snap, clap. Your child repeats it. Next round, clap, snap, clap, stomp. They laugh, stomp, and get it right. You're not just playing, you're building memory through rhythm. 3. The Story Builder Game. This game enhances verbal memory, creativity, and sequencing by building stories together. How to play. Start a story with one sentence. Once upon a time, a cat found a shiny key. Your child adds the next sentence. The key opened a secret door. You continue. Behind the door was a garden full of talking flowers. Keep going until the story gets long and silly. Then ask your child to retell the whole story from the beginning. You can also write the story down as you go, then cover it and ask them to recall it. Why it works. This game strengthens narrative memory. The ability to remember events in order. It also builds vocabulary, imagination, and emotional connection to information. Example: after 10 sentences, you ask, "Can you tell me what the cat found?" They say, "A shiny key." Then you ask, "What was behind the door?" They remember the talking flowers, and you've just reinforced memory through storytelling. 4. The picture swap game. This game trains visual memory and attention to detail using images or objects. How to play. Place 5 to 7 objects on a tray, e.g., spoon, apple, toy dinosaur, coin, eraser, button. Let your child look at them for 30 seconds. Then cover the tray and secretly swap one item. Replace the apple with a banana or the coin with a marble. Uncover the tray and ask, "Can you spot what changed?" You can also use printed pictures. Show them a photo, then a slightly altered version, and ask them to find the differences. Why it works. This game builds visual discrimination and memory recall. It teaches children to notice subtle changes and strengthens their ability to compare and remember. Example: you swap the toy dinosaur with a toy elephant. Your child stares at the tray and says, "Wait, the dinosaur is gone." That moment of recognition is a memory win. 5. The movement recall game. This game combines physical movement with memory, engaging the body and brain together. How to play. Create a short sequence of movements: jump, spin, clap, touch your toes. Perform it once, then ask your child to repeat it. Each round, add one more move: jump, spin, clap, touch your toes, hop. Keep going until they can't remember the full sequence. You can also reverse the order or ask them to perform it backward. Why it works. Kinesthetic memory, memory tied to movement, is powerful for many children. This game helps with coordination, sequencing, and recall, especially for active learners. Example: you say, "Let's do jump, clap, spin, stomp." They repeat it perfectly. Next round, add a dab. They laugh and dab, and their brain is working hard to remember the full set. Bonus tips for parents. Always celebrate effort, not just accuracy. Use humor and playfulness to reduce pressure. Repeat games regularly to reinforce memory pathways. Let your child lead sometimes. They'll love being the teacher. Combine games with real-life tasks, remembering shopping lists, steps in a recipe, or parts of a bedtime routine. You've just explored 5 playful, science-backed games that help children strengthen their memory through movement, storytelling, sound, observation, and imagination. But before we say goodbye, here's the bonus technique we promised. One that not only boosts memory, but also nurtures intelligence, emotional awareness, and long-term learning. It's called Teach to Remember. Here's how it works. After your child learns something new, a fact, a story, a game, a skill, ask them to teach it back to you. Let them become the teacher. Let them explain it in their own words, draw it, act it out, or even quiz you. Why does this work? Because teaching activates deeper memory pathways. It forces the brain to organize, retrieve, and express information, which strengthens recall and builds confidence. And when children feel like experts, they're more likely to remember what they've learned and apply it in new situations. Example: your child learns about planets. Instead of just asking, "Do you remember them?" say, "Pretend I'm your student. Teach me about the planets." They'll light up, take charge, and in the process, they'll remember more than you ever expected. So here's your challenge. Next time your child learns something, anything, invite them to teach it. You'll be amazed at how much they retain and how proud they feel. Because memory isn't just about storing facts, It's about building confidence, connection, and curiosity. And when you make learning playful, your child doesn't just remember, they grow. If this episode gave you ideas, hope, or even just a smile, I'd love for you to join our growing community. Subscribe to Seeds of Tomorrow for more Play to Grow episodes, packed with practical tools, gentle parenting strategies, and playful ways to help children thrive. Click subscribe now and let's keep planting seeds together. One story, one game, one child at a time. I'll see you in the next episode.